This episode is sponsored by Choice.
Choice is a global platform offering paid companionship and intimacy designed for those seeking meaningful, consensual connections. It provides a safe, respectful space for clients to connect with providers for social, emotional, or intimate experiences.
Choice prioritizes safety with strict ID and selfie verification for all members. They maintain a zero-tolerance policy for behavioral violations to ensure a secure experience.
Your communication on Choice are securely stored with confidentiality as a top priority.
Choice offers clear, upfront information on profiles, including response times and ratings, so clients can make confident, informed choices in a stigma-free environment.
Choice empowers individuals by destigmatizing paid companionship and intimacy, fostering a judgment-free, safe community for meaningful connections.
With FAQs, customer support, and in-app guidance, Choice ensures smooth and stress-free connections every time.
Choice offers true freedom, allowing clients to find companionship and intimacy on their own terms, safely and securely.
Choice only offers paid companionship and intimacy services within the legal boundaries of each jurisdiction.
Ready to define connection? Visit choice.ch to explore meaningful companionship and intimacy. Sign up today.
Welcome, fellow lushes. Come on in, pull up a bar stool, and enjoy some cocktails with Dimples and the Beard.
Is faking a laugh akin to faking an orgasm? What's worse?
What's worse? Oh, orgasm for sure.
Faking an orgasm? Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's in trouble. Whew. She's in some trouble, huh? Open her up. We'll talk about that. I don't really... it didn't turn on. Apparently the tavern is not open.
We are done. Oh, you know what?
Did we forget to pay the bills?
Apparently the tavern is shut for good. Let's plug that little bad boy in. There we go.
Did I say welcome back to another episode?
You did. Twice, probably.
Oh, my God. All right, let's
At
start
this
over.
point.
No, we're not starting over. If I didn't say it, welcome back to another episode of Cocktails with Dimples and the Beard.
Thrice.
And Hawk 2 is in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear about this?
I did not. I don't.
There's some crypto thing that she... And it, was on sale for this, and quickly she, lost $400 million or something. So I'm making all these numbers up. So, allegedly...
I did hear that. And a lot of people lost money because of
her. A lot of people are mad. So...
What'd she say? Buy my crypto?
I don't know. I don't get the whole thing. Yeah, I think they just make these bullshit coins. It was probably a Hawk Tua coin or whatever, a Tua coin or something. And then they put them out for sale, and people are like, oh, they're going to go up. And they don't.
They don't know. Not everything.
But where does that money go then?
Did she get it?
I don't know.
I thought when you did that shit, virtual coin, it was obviously a virtual coin.
Right. Yeah.
Like a virtual painting or something. Yeah, she gets the money, I think. Part of it.
Goes straight to her. Wow. Well, you know what?
She's making cash.
Yeah. We should come up with a coin. You got it.
A coin or a slogan or a...
Well, we probably need the slogan first. And then we probably need to get street interviewed and actually pull it off in a funny manner so that people care about
here's
the
slogan. Problem. You've been Hawk-2ing for years, and she's the one that gets the fame for it.
Well, I never thought to say it. Nobody ever asked me my secret. I just went with it, and now, that bitch profited from the secret all those bitches know.
Well,
you got to spit on them.
They don't all know. They don't all know.
But seriously, what is worse, a fake orgasm or a fake laugh?
Well, I guess it depends on, and that applies for both situations, depends on if it's your significant other or a random person.
I think a fake orgasm is worse.
Yeah, because you don't want your significant other to fake laugh at you just to appease me, or a fake orgasm.
Oh, I don't care if she fakes it. I mean, if she's like, fuck, this guy's been going too long, if I just fake one, he'll finish. That's fine. I get it.
You'd rather have that than her just say, not tonight. I'm done if you're done. Have a good night. That's never happened.
That's always a sweaty dismount when you're just both like, all right, I'm done. You're both like, okay, whatever.
But if they fake laugh at you, then they give you that little confidence. You might tell that same joke out elsewhere, and everybody's like, what the? That's not even close to being funny. And you're like, but she thought it was funny.
So you're saying fake laughing is worse?
No, I'm trying to talk it through that maybe my answer of the orgasm is incorrect.
Well, I do think fake laughing is worse.
Okay. There you go.
I'm just going to keep changing my story.
That's why I was bringing up an example.
Fake laughing is that can ruin a man. You don't want that.
You don't want to
go out into the world thinking you're armed with a good joke, and then
somebody goes on a podcast and says they think they're funnier than me, but I'm funnier than them.
Who did that? Frankie said what?
Yeah, don't you remember?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Too much of that. Jointy.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. When we have a guest such as Frankie on, sometimes I get lost in the sauce.
Check us out, YouTube, Rumble. Share, like, give a comment. We love comments. Jesus, we don't have got enough comments. Please comment to us. But now we need to move on with our day and let's not keep a pretty lady waiting.
Oh my God! So without further ado,
how did that throw him off?
Sarah Sloan. What do we got here? Is she in her car?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
We can hear you. You are in a car.
Can't really see you.
Yeah. Oh, you can't see me for real, for real?
Well, it's kind of dark.
It's very...
It's dark, dang it. Ugh. Yeah, normally I would be in my apartment. I got a setup and I got all that, but plans. I made an open mic that I have never made before, and It's very far. So, so I just got to be here in time for that.
Oh, so you're already there?
Yeah, it's that kind of a situation.
Wait, what time is this open mic at?
8:00.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, let's go then.
Did you park under a street lamp, maybe?
The parking garage is actually fairly lit.
So you thought, okay,
we'll brighten it up in post.
It's like
here. Maybe let me try this. How about that? How about that?
There you go.
Now we can see you.
Now when your open mic is over, your battery will be dead. You won't be able to get home. But so thank you for joining us, Sarah Sloan, comedian, and you're down in the Austin scene, which is just blowing up right now. And I saw you for the first time on Kill Tony. And
Kill Tony.
And you killed on Kill Tony. So we do love comics and we like to try and invite as many on as we can. So we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I listened to the pod. You had an episode with Rick Diaz. It was so good. I really enjoyed it. And then the other guy from Dallas, I don't know his name. That was very entertaining as well. So yeah, I like what you guys have. Yeah, that dude. Very good. You guys know what you're doing.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Well, it's,
we have to props for, the first car interview we've done. We've had a couple outdoors. We had a backyard. Jacob was at a bar, but he was at the
Dallas Comedy Club. Yeah.
Yeah. But so I appreciate you sticking to your gun or, in coming on. Cheers.
Cheers.
You can't be drinking if you're driving home.
It wouldn't have been a big surprise if you canceled 5 minutes before. You are a comedian. We've had it happen.
Oh, no, I hate that crap. No, I fell off a scooter over a week ago, and this guy was like, "Hey, help me with my movie." And I was literally limping and pulling my foot along and just I will make this happen no matter what. So I really try to be committed.
Wait, you told 3 stories. You fell off a scooter and your buddy's doing a movie. What do the two have to do with it?
Kind of sound like the Silence of the Lambs star where I'm hurt. We got this movie and they threw you in the back of the van. But anyways, the purpose is you follow through on your stuff.
Exactly.
Yes.
Excellent. Now, how did you fall off your scooter?
Oh God, I had this great idea. I live downtown. I work a mile away from downtown, and I'm never early enough to where I could walk to work. I always am running late. So I was like, I'll drive to work. I'll have a scooter in my car. I'll ride the scooter to my during my lunch hour to my apartment and ride it back. It'll be perfect. I was riding it. I thought I was gonna run into a pole. I fall off. My foot is still bruised, and it's been 2 weeks. It's ridiculous.
Okay, well, I hope it heals soon. Have you driven since? Have you scooted since?
I had to scoot back, sadly. That's the part that sucked. Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, I sold it to my brother. Made some money.
It's gone. I got rid of that.
Never again. Never again.
Wow.
Well, you can't say you didn't try something once. I mean,
so you fell off the scooter, which was a scene in your friend's movie?
no.
No, sorry.
Oh, okay.
That was in your lunch hour.
Yes, that was during my lunch hour. So then it was right afterwards that I was going to be helping out with this movie. Okay. And now we can't even produce the movie because somebody pulled out because they didn't like the music choice. So it's just been really great. Everything's been really great. Life's been fun. Ever since Kill Tony.
Oh, no. Wow.
No, I'm exaggerating. I promise I'm exaggerating.
Don't say that. Don't say that. She's like, and then I had to do this podcast. It's fucking...
From my car.
These people will not leave me alone.
Dimple Beards, what?
So, was this your first movie?
Yeah, and I didn't even do very well. It was, it's a nice effort, but I'm not the best at acting. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know how to do is act a fool. That's right.
Got to start somewhere.
I'll get this light. Give me a second.
No, battery's dead. You're stuck there for the night.
You're dead already?
There you go.
I'm gonna turn the car on. Hey!
Periodically, she'll be starting her car.
That's all right.
Just want to make sure.
Worst podcast guest ever, Sarah Sloan.
We can send you money for gas if you need to keep it running. That's fine. How long had you been signing up for Kill Tony before you got pulled?
Yeah. I did. I had tickets to the Joe List episode in February, so I was actually there watching, and that was the first time I signed up. And I will just say this: it's not fun to be there in person when you signed up. It's just like you're just sitting there thinking he's going to call you next, and you're just like, hurry up. I don't care that you like this guy. Shut up and pull me next. So I don't recommend anybody do that. But then I moved like latest June, and I just kept on signing up. And then obviously October, things happened.
Cool.
I love it. Shut up. Just pick me.
Right, I'm out here.
I'm going to stand up. Shut up. Okay. So after a couple of times waiting and then hearing your name where you're like, is this real? Did it really happen?
It didn't feel real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine, because don't they come across the street and they pull you out of a bar or something? Did you have to ask twice? Was that really my name?
Like I knew it was mine because I was standing so close. And then I knew the guy that had been pulled right before me. And so I was like really just thinking about him, like, wow, that's amazing. And then I felt deep down like I feel like I'm going to be called next. I don't even know why I felt that. Something in the ether. And then, because like even last night, we signed up last night. I couldn't hear any of the names. And I always it's tricky. You hear stuff. So then you hear someone, like, it could be a completely like random name. And I'm just like, did they say Sarah Sloan? Like, it's ridiculous. And so, but no, I knew it was my name, and I just, boom, I was there like a hawk.
Nice.
So, were you prepared? What do you have in your mind? This is what I'm going to say. Obviously, the bits, but the afterwards. How did you prepare yourself for the afterwards with the roasting of you? Yeah.
So I'm very used to being roasted. People are always making fun of me. So like that.
To be fair, you're the number one person making fun of yourself.
True. So I really just don't care. So it's like a lot of people were like, "Oh, did it bother you when he said this or that or this or that?" And I was like, I didn't even remember he said that, or, "Oh, is that what that is?" I didn't even understand some of the jokes. Like I'm just totally like distant from it mentally at the time whenever it was happening. But yeah, as far as like the interview goes, I was very excited for that because I know that the fact that I've never been in a relationship, never had my first kiss and all that, I was really wanting that to come up. I really so that's what's different about me and stuff. So it went like it seriously could not have gone better.
That's true. Yeah. They hit on everything. It seems like.
Were you, and obviously they tried a little bit with Sam, but were you worried about the whole kissing thing? Because they obviously do that a lot with guys who haven't been kissed in a long time. How did you have some trepidation to do it because of that?
Yeah. So my sister and I had talked about it beforehand, and she was like, I was like, I'm gonna say it, and she was like, no, because then he's gonna try to make you kiss someone, and I was like, and I'm gonna say no, and I was like, I know how to say no, so it'll be okay. Um, and then I will
Obviously,
say,
you know how to say no. It's been how many years?
thank you. Yeah, people
All she
like they
says is
forget that.
no.
No.
It's literally on your forehead. I see it right now.
Tattooed. I will say this actually. I do actually like physically like if I was Sam Tripoli's age, like I would totally hit that. Like, I think he's very attractive for his age,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna kiss him. Like what? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just knew I would say no. I just knew that. So.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a awkward position to be put into.
It is.
You know, when they bring it up, but they've done it before. We had,
Yeah. We had Hannah Gray on, who was the woman who got pulled out of the community, who got pulled out of the crowd for when Kent Hunter was on, and he's like a 21-year-old virgin, and they brought her up to go on a date with him or whatever.
Oh.
So we had her on as well, and I think we're gonna have Kent on next year. So
Okay, I would love. Okay, I'm gonna listen to both of those. That sounds very. I was watching pretty religiously at that time, and that storyline was fascinating to me.
right, it created a little soap opera out of it.
It did, yeah. So we got to talk about how the date went, and the date and after the date.
Oh, well, there was nothing, right? Isn't that what happened? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
They did go on a date, though. They did go on a date.
Yeah.
You could tell the second he brought her up there, Kent was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Right.
I know. He wouldn't even look at her.
No. Yeah,
So
and I remember. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I saw on Reddit people were saying like, "Oh, Sarah should be with the Kent Hunter guy," and I was like, "Yeah, that guy, like he's very friendly, but like him and I have like talked while waiting in lines and stuff, and I was just like, he's on a totally like his mind is going somewhere else, like
It does, doesn't it? He's thinking back home at his video game or something when a girl's like, talking to him."
Yeah, like there's no going to that at this point. Maybe one day, but yeah, nah.
So when you are waiting for your name to be pulled and you're sitting out, with all the other comedians, what are you guys talking about? I mean, are you talking about, God, I really hope I get it this time, or what?
No, that's a good question. And yeah, that's also tough too, because it's like sometimes you get trapped in conversations you don't want to be in. That was actually happening last night. So then everybody was just asking me about like my lifestyle, just like, so you do go to church, like, and what are your thoughts on sex and all that? Like, what do you want in a man? So like you get trapped in like weird conversations, or then you get trapped in conversations with like people that are like, yeah, I'm from Canada and I'm visiting and I've never done comedy before, but I have a minute and I know it's gonna kill and Tony's gonna love me, and I'm just like, yeah, that's really cool. Or like we're just like talking smack. One of my friends, he wrestles people while waiting. Like kind of like people start watching and they're just like rallying and they're like, yeah, and they like, what's it called? What's that fighting style called? I don't even.
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, they do that. Okay. I didn't want to sound like a Jew hater.
I'll do it. We ain't getting canceled. I'll do it for you.
Thank you. But there's all kinds of stuff going on. The CEO that just got killed, there was a girl that came up to us and she was like interviewing us, asking about it. It's
Wait,
crazy.
It wasn't Daisy Hart, was it?
No, Daisy Hart. She's very sweet. She's been sending me very nice DMs. I really like her.
We're actually having her on tomorrow night, so.
Awesome.
I just know she's been commenting about it in her stories, because I think she works for United Healthcare. So.
Oh wow! She probably hooked up with the guy that killed. She's like, Luigi is my boyfriend.
I think everybody wants Luigi as a boyfriend.
He's gonna get a lot of letters.
No.
The second I disagree with him, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna be like, we have a disagreement, and he'll be like, and I'll be like, ow.
That's true.
Well, to be fair, I think you have to disagree for a long time before he kills you. It sounds like he had an ongoing problem.
And you got to refuse him.
I'll be like, I'm not going to decide where we're going to dinner, and I'll do that for like 3 years straight, and then he'll kill me.
Wherever you want to go. Yep. Nope. Love it. Let's go. Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, if after 3 years he suggests downtown New York, don't go.
Oh God.
Look at us. We're still. So it's never too soon, is it? Never.
No, it's never too soon.
You do kind of like to push it, which is funny to hear the other side of you, that you go to church twice a week, but yet you like to push the conversation of your jokes.
It's true. I can't help it.
Okay, where does that come from? Your mom, your dad, or you just picked it up along the way?
I think I picked it up along the way. Like I look like a homeschooler, but I was public schooled my entire life. And so, but my mom on her knees praying for me every morning, every night and stuff like that. They were super upset with how the Kill Tony went.
Really?
They had a lunch with me. They were talking with me, just like, we didn't like how you were laughing at the stuff he was saying. It was very disgusting, Sarah, all this kind of stuff. But I'm always like kind of pushing it with like jokes with them, but like, I don't curse. I'm very serious about that. I'm very serious about not watching like inappropriate stuff.
Okay.
I really try to like, it's so weird, but then I like say crazy things. I don't make any sense. I've never truly understood myself. So
I think that's why we love her.
Well, that's why you're funny, right? Because there's nobody else quite like that. And, so it works.
In its own way, yeah.
So have you ever said to your parents, come see my comedy show, and they don't want to, or do they go one time and will not go back?
I will not have them come unless it is a clean show. I will, because I can control myself. I can't control the lineup.
Right.
So
True.
Yeah, we're not doing that. So they've never seen me perform. They've seen videos, stuff like that, but yeah, they've never. And
okay.
Yeah, and I'm still in a weird place with them where I'm angry at my mother because she speaks Spanish and she's Panamanian, like full blown Hispanic, and she's always like, well, Sarah, I just don't understand your jokes. But then I'm like, well, Mom, you just said that this white guy that doesn't speak any Spanish is like the funniest man you've ever heard. So like, what's going on, Mommy?
It's always it's always different when it's coming from your child's mouth, right? Like it's just
Can I just come over for Christmas dinner? I just want to come to your house.
You're both coming, dimples and all, and beards. I'll grow my own beard.
I have a feeling your parents wouldn't like us very much, but we'll show up.
Based on the thumbnails, the other thumbnails I was looking at, I was like, yeah, they wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't. That's all right.
So yes, we do venture into some of that stuff, the inappropriate stuff that you don't watch. So, but
we're all over.
We're.
So let's get that out of the other way since we just started talking about your mother. What is the video? Was that truly of medicine your mom was feeding you for COVID, or what was that pink stuff she was trying to feed you?
Oh, you watched that? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I don't expect people to actually watch my videos. Dang.
Well, I'm like, wait, is this real?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I am surprised. No one's ever asked me about that video. Okay, so the pink stuff. I really wish I had it now. I wish I lived with her because my throat hasn't been feeling great for the past bit. It's red, it's red onion. It's garlic and then something else. And she blends it all up. Oh, lemon as well. And I think ginger as well. But the red onion makes it pink.
Okay.
And it's delicious. It's but it's delicious once you get used to it. The first few times, it really is gross.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing from you, though, you wish you had it now. It works.
It works, yeah. And I'm too cheap to like get real medicine because like NyQuil's expensive. So I'm getting the off brands, and it just doesn't work very well.
Yeah, right. Great value NyQuil.
So I don't know about you, but I cannot take NyQuil.
Why?
I get the worst dreams ever, like angry.
Me too.
Deep, dark,
yep,
murderous, disgusting dreams, and I can't take it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like,
I thought her camera froze.
I was like,
no, sorry, that really just shocks me. NyQuil's the best thing ever known to man. Like, it's like a delicacy. It's like obviously I've never ventured into drugs, but like if I was to get hooked on something, it would be NyQuil. Like I would, if I love it. The way that it makes your body feel so warm as it goes in.
Wow.
Oh.
I think
I feel
heroin
bad for
does
you.
that too.
I was gonna.
I think heroin
What?
does that too.
Are you guys calling me a druggie?
May not be.
It sounds like you know a little too much there, Sarah.
I don't know
And the
what
same
you're
effect
talking
on
about.
everybody. Maybe it just brings out your deepest, darkest, and I don't need to release those. I don't know.
Should I make? What I would like to also make it known, I've never tried heroin. I just want to make that known. That's up here. So yeah.
No, either.
So I can't believe we've gone this far.
Oh,
Without, because I wanted to just open with asking you, not making you, asking you to do the horse sound because
sound impression.
I'm sorry, horse impression. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna forgive you this time, but man.
Thank you.
Yeah. You want me to do it?
Sometimes I get so excited, my words come out faster than my brain can work. So, yes, please, the horse impression.
All right. Okay. Oh, it's always kind of awkward whenever it's like on the spot. Okay.
Or in a jar.
Or we can. Yeah.
No. I'll do it. Okay. Sorry. I'm being annoying right now.
It works better through the headphones. I like that's great.
You prefer that? I'll do that on Kill Tony. I'll wear them again. I'll just have these on.
Well.
Oh, that's good.
Tony loved it so much. You're going New Year's Eve with Tony just to do the impression.
Sitting on his lap. Like, I'm still shocked about it.
Wait, well, I didn't know about the lap part.
A girl can dream, okay? A girl can dream.
Okay.
I will say, I was really shocked that he liked it that much. Like, I figured he would find it funny. Like, I thought he'd be like, oh, that's really cool. That's really good. I didn't think he'd like it as much as he did.
I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't either. When you said you were going to do it, I was like, no.
You're going to ruin it.
It was like, no, they're going to. But it was so good. And yeah, his reaction was priceless. Like, he was just like in total awe.
To be fair, it's very real.
It's very real.
I mean, the realest I've ever heard. So I mean, it's genuinely good. So that is.
Yeah. Do you hear a lot of horse impressions?
You know, I think I do.
Wait, how did you learn you could do this?
Gosh, I remember actually it was the first time I did it. I keep on having trouble remembering whenever I first did it, but I remember that I did it my first time I tried stand up in 2022, and so I know that I did it before then. I live back home. I live in a place where there's a lot of horses, and I think I just like tried it just randomly. I was like trying it, and I was like, oh, I'm actually kind of good at that. And then I kept on like doing it, and it got like better and better. And then I was like, this would be funny to do on stage.
Right. Were you trying to talk to the horses? A little bit.
No. I actually don't really like horses that much. Even I had to do like horse camps whenever I was growing up. And there was one time we were going like through the woods, and one bucked me off, and I fell on this log. And it had this like spiky point right here, and I fell like right beside that spiky point. And I was like, quit horsing around, horse. Like, you trying to kill me? Like, what the heck?
You almost caught a horror movie death there.
Yeah, that would have really hurt. Like, it's like I'm looking, and like there's like this like stick coming through my body, and I'm like, ow, horse, and I die.
So how often does the horse get pulled out during comedy acts?
There have been times, I hate to admit it, whenever I feel like things aren't going well, so I'll just do it real quick, because it's a good crowd pleaser.
Now, do you preface them with what you're about to do, or do you just bust into it?
Randomly.
Sometimes I'm real quick, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a horse impression, and then I just like turn around and do it real quick. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that's pretty funny. I really don't like doing it facing people, but I knew I was gonna have to get over that with Kill Tony, because if I had turned around, I knew he was gonna make fun of me for that. So I was just like, nope, we gotta do it. But yeah. So I do it a lot in acts. Like sometimes I'll make it my last thing, like, because a lot of times whenever you're doing comedy, you get the light, and that's not a lot of time to do a whole other bit. And so then it's like, well, I can kind of explain my horse impression. I can kind of do my, I do a lot of jokes where it's like, yay or nay. Do I look like a horse or do I sound like a horse? And people always laugh with that. So it's like, it just fits perfectly at the end of a lot of acts. So yeah.
And I really thought when you said I also do a Kamala impression, And then he said, yeah. And you said, it's the same. I thought you meant it's the same.
I should have done that.
I was thank you. I was ready to say that. I was waiting for you to just do the horse impression again.
I should have freaking done that. And then I could have gone on and on with that. I could have been like, I can do an Obama impression and then done that again. I can do a Clinton impression and done that. Like, oh man, missed opportunity. I messed up.
Pretty just any liberal, you'd have been fine. Just saying, I can do this.
So I wasn't the only, right up. So I wasn't the only one.
No, you weren't. I read every comment you can read. I read everything. And yeah, a lot of people said that. So I messed up.
Well,
why?
Now I don't feel so special.
Wait, why? Why do we read all the comments? Are you a glutton? Like,
well, it's just you're only gonna get your first appearance on Kill Tony once in your life.
Yeah.
And so, and like truthfully, I really didn't know how people would receive me. I'm very weird, you know. I don't make sense even to myself, and so I was like, I really wonder what people are what they're gonna think, and like. Ultimately, I'm not going to change either way. Like, you know, so it's like, but I just want to know like what they think and all that. And so, yeah, it was very interesting seeing a lot of people's thoughts and they were a lot more positive than I would have figured. So it was easy to read the comments.
That's good.
Well, that's good to hear. Cause you're going to have dicks in there, saying stuff, which I'm sure there was.
Oh yeah.
And probably some dicks in your DM since then too, I would imagine. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there not as much as I would have thought, but like lots of.
I sent yours, not mine.
Oh,
that was his. By the way.
Yeah. Okay, that's messed up. So yeah, please like.
That's me. That was me.
You just
is that messed up because he's got mine to be able to send, or what's messed up about it?
No, it's been a lot. Like I guess I am like honored that. People were like, oh, she's not ugly and all that. There were some people who were like, oh, she's not ugly. She should just change everything about her appearance. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then there were a lot of guys that were like, oh, you're really cute. I would love to make you lose your V card and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, wow, thank you.
Thanks.
Like what? Like, yeah, like these aren't compliments. And yeah.
Oh, you don't know that's how we do it. That's how we all get laid. That's
yeah. Those are the smooth guys.
Oh yeah. They're full of charisma. Yeah. It's pretty cringe. So I wasn't really flattered by it because I'm like, oh yeah, one guy he was like, your boyish good looks make me hard as a rock. I will never forget that till I die. I will never forget it. I was like, thanks a lot, man.
That was Mr. Smooth right there. Wow.
Was it one of you guys?
Yeah. He said.
I don't. I feel now may not be the best time to say this, but if I close my eyes and I hear you and Heath Cortez, I kind of think you're the same comedian a little bit.
Whoa! And are you talking like voices or like
voice? Yes.
The voice,
just the voice. Yes.
I have never once heard that. Okay, I'm going to listen for that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Just on a few words that you say here and there, I'm like, that sounds just like so.
So that's my husband. That's why we sound the same.
Your husband and your child
at the same time. You could be.
Oh, he's a funny dude. I like him.
He is funny. Yeah.
So what is the decision making? What goes into the decision making before you walk on stage just singing the word retarded?
Oh, you saw that one too. Okay. So there's context for that one. There was this really annoying girl that went right before me, and I was actually going to make the clip include her because I taped a little bit of hers, but I was like, I don't want to get in trouble. I just don't want to deal with that crap. But she was really annoying, and she was like, Ashley Lynn. She was talking about like a time she was talking with her family, and she was like, Ashley Lynn, why are you saying the word retarded? You cannot be saying the word retarded. That's very offensive. Nobody should be saying that. And so she's just talking like this during her open mic. And I was just like, ugh. I'm going to freaking say the word retarded. So I'm right after her. I immediately go up and sing retarded. And she was so angry at me. And that's kind of why I did it, just to annoy her.
Are you just out there stirring shit up in the open mic circuit? Is that what? Are you? I think so. Are you a brawler? Like
I am a little bit. I really am. I like the trouble. I like the fight and all that. It's just fun for me.
Have you sung it since?
every
just
night
that
before I
night?
go to bed. No. Okay. The original story on this too. I was in a Christian sorority in college, and I was the comic relief for like a semester. And I'm from a small town, and so it really wasn't weird to say the word retarded. And so I said retarded on stage, and I wasn't meaning it in like a bad way. I was just like, no, that's messed up. That's retarded. And I said it like that. They had a meeting with me, and they were just like, you cannot. You really offended a lot of people. We need to be cognizant of our words, which I hate the word cognizant ever since she said that to me, because just say the word aware, like you're nothing special.
The way she said it to me.
Yeah. So ever since then, like that's kind of lit a fire in me. So now I say like retarded way more because of it. So I'm like, don't police my language. I won't police yours, like kind of a thing. And it was fun to be able to do that again, like a few years later. I really enjoyed that.
No, you didn't say it. That night you didn't say it.
I sang it.
I mean,
it's like a loophole, right?
It's a loophole, right?
Same thing when I'm rapping in my car.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Just don't roll down your windows. That's all I'm saying.
They're all going to prison anyway. It doesn't matter.
True.
Right. You can't come get me. Everyone's going to prison.
Thank God Biggie's dead.
What? Well, either way, it was a fresh breath of air when I heard you sing it, because I thought it was funny.
I'm glad you liked it. I know some people didn't, and yeah, there was one of my friends that was like, "Why'd you do that?" Like it like really offended her. So, yeah. So she's not with us anymore.
Oh.
I'm joking. I promise.
She's not your friend. That's all. That's what she meant by that.
Yeah, that's all.
So I did see on your YouTube channel, you do talk about politics a lot since way at the beginning. Why did you start with that? Because you like to stir the pot?
Yeah. Okay, so I really had an identity crisis all like kind of growing up. I never really knew quite where I landed in high school. I wasn't good at theater, I wasn't good at this, I wasn't good at soccer, I wasn't good at band. And so then there was a point where I started listening to politics, and I was like, this is really fun. I really am enjoying listening to politics. And so, people said I was funny, but like I wasn't really going to do comedy. And so I was like, okay, maybe I can like make it in like the podcast lane at some point. And so I started a podcast, and it's just politics for the most part. Like if I can maybe be like a little funny, I would, but for the most part I was pretty serious on it. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I like comedy. And then I was starting comedy and still doing a little bit more about the politics. And then I was even like, should I continue with the politics? Because, you're kind of alienating people if you do. And I'm like, well, the reality is I do really believe in what I believe in. People need to like accept me, because I accept a lot of people for what they believe, and they believe the total opposite stuff of me. So it's just like, are we going to accept each other or not? And plus, I can't be fake. As you can see, I really can't. I have to be what I am. So yeah, I didn't answer your question, but that was my attempt.
It's a good attempt. Yeah, it's a good attempt around it.
Well, I was going to say we were kind of low key flexing a little bit this week because we hit our 200th episode this week, and I was all like excited. And then I went and saw your pod, and you have like 260 episodes, and I went, all right, we're still. So you've been doing it a while.
Yeah, but you guys have like a full-fledged, like a professional production. Like what you guys are doing is like real. I am just ranting. Like it's, yeah.
What?
We're in a dining room.
What are you talking about?
What are you? So cool. What I'm looking at right here, that looks amazing.
Yeah, we've converted his dining room. Good thing he's single and doesn't have a wife or anything to worry about, because we've converted the dining room into a podcast studio. So
the ladies like it. Don't touch
so we're
the
saying,
equipment.
We're saying Dimples is single?
Very, yeah. You know anybody? We're trying to get him. We're trying to get him not single.
You guys are far away though, right?
Yeah, we're up in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I don't know any lady that would ever want to live there.
It's nice how she blamed it on Wisconsin.
Yeah,
and not
thank
you.
you. That's the way to let it down.
She wouldn't want to live there. No.
But maybe for those Dimples.
10 girls. Wait, no. They don't want to live in Wisconsin.
So I want to go back.
Thank you.
I want to go back to Kill Tony in the interview, because I liked what you said about being prepared, because we talked a little bit about Jacob Marshall, and he said the same thing. Like, before he went on, his mom became a country musician at 50 some years old, and he knew that made him different, and that would stand out if he told that story and it worked for him. So, how much pressure do you put on yourself thinking about that interview? And do you have, like, now that you've come out with, you haven't been kissed, all this good, what happens when there's another interview? Like, are you already worried about what do I come up with for the next one now?
Yeah, I've definitely thought about what I would do for the next one. It is a little bit more stressful now because I felt like, this one's going to be a lot easier. And so I'm not like the most effective communicator, but I do feel like, and you guys would know, like podcasting, things like that, like talking to a camera, it has helped. It hasn't hurt by any means.
Right.
And I like doing speeches and obviously just like comedy in general and stuff like that. So I like that kind of communication style. So like, I knew whenever like he even asked me, like, what do you do for work? I immediately like pivoted it to, I'm trying to find a doctor husband. So like I was trying to get his mind going there anyway. Plus typically he's always going to talk about the love life. So like, I felt like me having that, it was like a safe one anyway, versus like, it is a little bit harder. Like for Jacob Marshall, that was a little harder. Like, how are you going to bring up your mom? That's kind of random. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like out of left field. So, so I felt like I kind of had that
a horse
advantage.
impression out of left field.
That one, that was scary because he wasn't asking me the question of like, what skills or talents do you have? And so I was like, am I really not going to get to do this right
now? Yeah.
Well, and I was going to ask, at what point you're like, I just got to blurt it out to a point because I want to do it. I may never get back up here again.
Exactly. That's how I felt. And like, obviously I wouldn't be doing the HEB Center if I hadn't have done that. But yeah, and it was gratifying to me, like on a personal level, just because he was like complimenting me and he had the big joke book in his hand. And that's whenever I cut him off. And he doesn't like to be interrupted. So I knew it was a risk, but I felt like I got something that I think will make the show a little bit more interesting. Like I'm not trying to just like waste your time here. So, and it obviously paid off. So yeah.
Nice. It's so nerve wracking. I get even watching it just gets so tensed up and
it can't be.
And I also like what you're saying about the comedians and the people that are there sign up, because him and I have talked about, if we ever get down to Austin, we were years ago talked about how we would sign up and make, neither one of us have ever done comedy, but the more comedians we've had on now, we're like, no, we have to respect that you guys are trying to get on for your career
for a reason. Yeah.
We're just trying to be stupid. So we're like, no, we're not signing up.
Embarrass each other.
Yeah.
You guys aren't annoying though, and I like you guys, so I feel differently. Like if you went up there and you're like, yeah, Tony's gonna love me. I've been like really like my friends have heard my jokes, but I've never done it on stage. Like I feel so differently about it. Like
sure.
So I don't know. Like if you guys signed up, I would feel like totally cool with that. But like, some idiots there, I'm just like,
We've heard him say like, well, you just wasted a spot.
Right. Yeah.
You drunk guys just wasted a spot. So yeah, let's not do that.
Now, if you're not signed up, can you still hang out in the bar that all the comedians are, or is it just the comedians that are signed up?
Okay, normally I would have said yes, anybody could, but then I remember last night I was gonna use the bathroom in the bar, and I usually like to wait outside just because the air and all that. Sure. And the guy was like, "Hey, are you wearing the Kill Tony bracelet?" Like the security guy, and I was like thinking. Like, obviously I was, but I was like, oh, so if I wasn't wearing it, could I not go in? Is that what you're inferring? Maybe, but I didn't ask. So I'm wondering if they just changed the rules or something. They're constantly changing rules.
I would imagine ever evolving.
They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I think it would be fun just to hang out in the room with all the prospective comedians. I think it would be a blast.
So we might have to sign up just to hang out.
Right. Yeah, and then hope we don't get pulled.
Everybody's like, pull. We're like,
if my name got pulled, I'd just be like, nope. What
You're just like, no.
I saw you sign up. I was you. Has that happened? I mean, have you seen that? Name gets called and nobody shows up?
Every now and then it does. Every now and then. They always say like you have 10 seconds to come up and approach the guy to run across the street. And I would say the majority of the time, it doesn't seem like they give you way more than the 10 seconds. It's just every time I've seen that. So sometimes I'm almost like, enforce your rule. You said 10 seconds, do 10 seconds and move on to the next person. But at the same time, I understand giving grace and stuff like that. So I like that too.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go without saying your description of your podcast, like breaking wind and is shocking, uncomfortable, and thrilling, like your podcast, which is true.
Absolutely.
Did you feel you needed to go with break wind and not fart?
I
Keep it
so
professional.
my podcast originally was called Windbreaker. And because I was like, oh, I want to do something like have it not be like the Sarah Sloan show. And then like a couple years in, I was like, no, let's just switch the name. And I need to change that description already because it doesn't fit anymore.
Oh, it fits.
You think it does? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it works.
Yeah.
I mean, we've admitted you're awkward and quirky and, you know, a little. So I think
like farting in public.
Yeah, right.
I do it a lot. I hate to admit it. I do it way more than I should.
Oh, good for you. I love it.
Yeah. Is there anything like you do a lot of woman about the town stories on your Instagram, like just kind of randomly walking around punching the camera or talking to yourself? Is there have you ever had anybody come up and go like, what the fuck are you doing?
Surprisingly, no. Yeah, like honestly, I'm kind of surprised by how much people just kind of go with it and they leave me alone and all that. But I really love doing it. And the thing is, it's like, it really is organic for me because it kind of, I started doing it ever since I moved to Austin. And I would say I pretty much have done it on the daily. It's just so fun to talk. And like, even if it's like random, like I'll howl at the camera and stuff like that. And my secret goal is that I would do so much that people, unless like they're like true like loyalists, that they won't even watch. And so then I could get away with saying things that I shouldn't. So then only like the close like 10 people will watch it and they'll be like, I see what you said. And then all the other losers won't watch. That's the goal.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll have like a little secret club who knows what's going on. That's
bottom line is she has a goal.
But the problem is you never answer the question. You put the question up and then cut it off right before we're about to get an answer.
That's
keeps them coming
That's
back.
the funny part.
Yeah, like when I did one yesterday of like I figured out who killed JFK and then I cut it off.
I was waiting for some like big piece of wisdom, like you were at the what was it, the book depository or something, and you found something. And
so is that how you figure out what you're going to do? Is if it makes you laugh, I'm just going to put it out there.
In a sense, even like there's definitely been stuff that there was one time I got pretty serious even, and I was like, this isn't even funny, but like I just have to like share this. It's almost like my version of vlogging in a sense.
Yeah.
Therapy vlogging.
And the thing is, like, I know a lot of people are like, why do you think people care? I don't think anybody cares. I'm doing it for me. Like, that's what it is.
It's all me.
Yeah, and you can tell because when you're worried about if somebody cares, you're trying to fine tune it and say it just right or do it just right, and you can tell there's some freeness to yours and some authenticity to it. So it's obvious that you're not doing it just to get seen. So.
Yeah, I've had to like accept who I am. I've had to really, because I think that's the only way you can truly make it in this business. I need to accept who I am because it has made me stand out to where like a basic female getting on Kill Tony, and it resonated with people more than a lot of other females do. Like I can see that I've had definitely more of a following from it, and so I really am grateful for that. And I think it's because I really am trying to be genuine to who I am, and so for sure that means there's a lot of misses, but in the end, people know I am what I say I am.
Yeah, and you're so I want to say you're so gosh darn likable that it's easy to see why people are following. I mean, you just do. You have a great personality. So I can see why. People are gravitating towards you.
Right. But after he says that, but you're very self-deprecating.
Yeah. And I love that humor.
This is my shtick, or was that before?
I think my thing with it is, I think it's funny to make fun of yourself. And I think the key is like, don't take yourself too seriously. And I really hate when people take themselves too seriously. It's a huge turnoff. Like, oh yeah, well I'm very good at this, like, and all that kind of stuff. Like, I hate that overall attitude. Like, you can't take a joke. Like, if someone's messing with you, they're like, okay, stop, please. Like, that kind of thing. So I think it's like, I want the crowd to know, like, hey, I'll make fun of myself.
Yeah.
So then if I'm willing to make fun of myself, like, then let me make fun of you a little bit.
Yep.
We're doing this. It's fun. Like, yeah, I don't think that I see myself like as above you. Because I don't see myself as above like people at all. I think I'm weirder than a lot of people, so maybe in that way I do. But yeah,
you definitely don't hold back from shitting on yourself. That's for sure.
it's fun. It's so fun. And then sometimes my favorite response in a crowd is, oh.
You're like, I've gone even too far on myself. Like, I'm not even talking about somebody else, and they're giving me the ew.
It's one thing we never did touch on because, and I know we're not keep you too longer. What was the first time getting up on stage? What prompted you to go up on an open mic?
Yeah. So my true origin story was in college. There was a comedy competition, and I was like, people always say I'm funny, and I don't think I could be funny on stage, but like, let me just like try this. And this was like literally in 2016. And so I tried that, didn't make the show. I watched the show. I was like, okay, so this is what like comedy is supposedly. And then I tried it like 2 times at a bar. After that, I was like, this is hard. This is serious. Like, joking is no joke. Haha. And so I literally waited 6 years. I did not write a joke. I did, but I always thought about it. I always thought I really would like to try this again. And it would not leave me. It never left me. And so then, 6 years later, August 2022, I'll never forget it. And I was like, I think if I'm trying to make an impact on the culture, I think one of the ways that I could do it is going to be comedy. I think God gave me the gift of the humor, and he gave a lot of people that. I'm not saying I'm anything special, but like, yeah, I think I am a little funny and all that. And so then I started it. The first time I went up in Tyler, Texas, I actually did okay. And then I got a little cocky. The second week, I bombed. I had a premise, and I thought, I'm so freaking good. I could just like basically talk through the premise on stage, and people are gonna just die laughing because I'm so funny. And then nobody laughed. It was dead quiet. It was really uncomfortable. And I've made a habit of taping everything I do. Okay. I'm very serious about it. I'm very, very serious about that. And I have it all on YouTube under a private channel, and so I can look back and watch on it. And I would make myself on a 45-minute drive home watch it. And so whenever I bombed, I watched it while I'm driving, and I was just like, ugh. And I was like, okay, so I need to actually take this serious. And then for a little bit, I would like try to write a joke, do it in front of my brother, before I did the open mic. And then, and then it was like, it kind of, it's not easy, but it got like a little bit easier.
Yeah. Definitely not easy.
Starting out is not easy.
I mean, we watch enough Kill Tony to know that it's not easy. So,
oh my gosh, it's really freaking not.
Do you enjoy, as a fan of Kill Tony, do you enjoy watching somebody suck really bad and get torn apart, or would you rather see everybody do well?
Okay. I will say now it's a little different now that I know these people. So there are some people in the open mic scene that are a little mean sometimes. And so whenever I see them not do well on Kill Tony, as a Christian, I shouldn't be saying this, but it is a little fun to watch them suck. It is a little fun. But then whenever my friends do really well on there, I'm like, yeah, like I'm so happy for them. And yeah, you really like, you have these ups and downs with it. Before I got pulled, it was like a month before, I was like in a really like bad place where I was just like, anybody that got pulled, I was like, boo, you suck. Like I was literally yelling that. I was like so upset when people would get pulled. And then my friends kind of called me out on it. I was like, oh, wow, yeah, I really, like, I don't want people to be like that whenever I get pulled.
Yeah.
No control over it. But yeah, all right.
I mean, it's obviously competitive. And when there's 250, 300 people signing up for that bucket, like your chances are so minimal that I would imagine, it's hard to sit there and hear a bunch of other people get pulled when you're just begging to, so...
And I think it's like, now that I've already been pulled and all that, like I really am in such a more like relaxed zone to where like all these people are getting pulled. I'm like, yeah, go kill it. I don't even know them. I'm like, who the frick is this guy? You're going to do amazing. And I mean it. Like, I know it seems like fake, but like, no, I really mean it. Like, I'm excited for them because I know what it did for me. And so, I'm in a much better place with that. And yeah, I think it was really good for me to see that I could be that immature and that mean and that nasty, because you think you're above that, and you're like, oh no, I really am just a nasty person sometimes, and I've got to be freaking better. So
we all have our.
You're after what you know. You want. You're after it in comedy, and sometimes that's what it takes. And I really wish we could spend more time and get a list of all the people that are mean, but we're not going to make you do that. So,
so it's
maybe like, wait, have we had any of them on the podcast?
Maybe we don't know. We don't know.
The funnest thing to do is to watch a person, and there's so it's called Kill Archives, I think .com, and so you can like look up a name. And then it'll show you all their appearances, and it'll show you the amount of time they were on there. Each episode, you can go straight to where they are, so you don't have to like scrub through the entire episode. Wow. And it's fascinating watching like Tony and his reaction to each person, because you can see a lot of people, they'll screw it up with him. They'll come a little cocky towards him, and he'll be like, basically, he just wants you to know like he's on top. And so it's like, so if you do this, he's gonna boom, and then. So that's why my why do I keep on saying that? Deprecating humor, it puts me in a lower place. And so then I think he's like, then he's free to be Tony. He's free to be nice. He's free to be cool because I'm staying here. And so he's all good there. Whenever I was
at the end of the day, it's still kill Tony.
That's the thing. People forget that it's his show. Like they legitimately do. They forget it's his show. Second, they don't watch the people signing up every week. They don't watch. Third, a lot of people hate him. Fourth, a lot of people hate the show. Fifth, a lot of people are just trying to get famous, and they actually don't even love comedy. They don't even love the joke writing process or anything. And so you could tell a lot of those people, I would say probably like half the people that get pulled up on stage, they don't even love comedy. They're just trying to get seen by a million people. Yeah. And so at the end of the day, like, okay, good for you. You got seen by a million people, but no one's going to remember you. But no, I love comedy. I love the joke writing process. It's so fun. It's so fun to like that joke that I did, the Harvey Weinstein bit, like that took me forever to get that fine tuned and all that. I'm thinking of even like, maybe if anybody even cares, releasing the first time I tried it just to see where it started, where it ended kind of thing, because it was rough the first time I did it.
Well, it's a touchy subject to get involved in, and but you did it well. So.
And the setup, yeah.
All right, well, we're going to let you go. I know we're getting close to your open mic time, and we want you to have your time to get mentally ready and all that good stuff. So,
but one last thing, you just mentioned how you were in high school, you weren't good at sports or theater or whatever it is. I disagree. I saw you with your jugs.
You saw that too? And oh my God, you went in the weeds, man.
Athletic. You dunked it. You handled the jugs well. That's very athletic. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not good at sports.
Okay, this is the best podcast ever because you guys do your freaking research. Also, I will say, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to freaking say it. I've done a few podcasts now. This has been my favorite one that I've done. And I'm not just saying that. I really mean it. So yeah, anytime, like if you guys are just like, we need somebody, I doubt you do, but I would love to come back. I'm really honored that you even asked me in the first place.
Oh, you will definitely, hearing that, we will definitely have you back in the new year for sure. We'd love talking comedy. And
very sweet of you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could tell you about the behind the scenes after the NYE.
I would love that. Yes, that would be great. Let's get you back on in early in 2025. We'll figure something out.
And I won't be in a car, I promise.
Oh no, that's okay. I like it. I think it should be your thing now.
It's kind of.
We can call it Cocktails in Cars with Comedians.
Nobody's done that.
Jerry.
Well, thank you very much. Go and murder tonight and have fun, and we will definitely talk to you again.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
That too.
Yeah. Okay, so I would say probably just my Instagram because then it's got links to everything else. So Sarah with an H.E.Sloan. And I would love to connect and keep up with the stories. They're freaky.
They're freaky.
They're fun. They're fun. The stories are fun.
I think they're fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. You have a good one.
Thank you for listening. The tavern is closed for now, but we'd love to have you back for more fun next time. Seriously though, get your asses out of here.